Man steals 3 vehicles in high-speed, multi-county chase. Los Angeles, Ventura. Wednesday, July 19, 2023 noon. The chase began in the Ventura area before continuing south into Granada Hills and then toward Pacoima on Highway 118. The suspect is believed to have been involved in a crash in the first suspected stolen vehicle before fleeing in it. A significant portion of the chase occurred in the San Fernando Valley of Los Angeles County, where an intense, hours-long pursuit occurred Wednesday. At one point, the suspect nearly collided with an officer who was attempting to deploy a spike strip in the Chatsworth area.
It's 2 flat tires going 60 miles an hour on Tampa. I am worried. I am beyond worried. Hopefully that driver is going to have the good common sense to basically just kind of pull this over or find a way to just get out and try to run. Keeping up these speeds with flat tires on a caravan, I'm not thinking it is just a bunch of bad. It is just a bunch of bad, and I just hope this ends well.
I'm shocked that that spike strip worked, because from my vantage point at least, it looked like he just hit the car. He didn't go underneath it, but was that the first time spike strips were attempted?
Yes. As far as we know, that was the first time we got to spike strip.
And
this thing is starting to really start to smoke, really start to weave. They're starting to lose control over it. He has slowed down, but we went from 80 to 55, and this is going to be a very busy part of town again as we're making our way up towards Rinaldi on Tampa. I'm just hoping that van gives up before that, before there's a problem. I'm going to make that look. Starting to slow down and stop.
Oh.
There he is. He is out, and he's going to try. Now, where's the LAPD? I'm sure they're nearby, and you can run all you want, but I don't think he's going to outrun any kind of vehicle, making the run there, making it going into, there's a gas station. I hope his plan is not to try to take somebody's car. He's underneath that awning right there. We're going to stay a little bit wider, not that I'm not trying to see him, but if he tries to steal somebody's car,
the suspect then abandoned the truck, fled at the intersection of Tampa Avenue and Rinaldi Street in Porter Ranch, and stole a second vehicle at a Chevron gas station. The suspect stole a white BMW with the patrol car just a few feet away and quickly sped down the street. The suspect continued to travel at a high rate of speed through residential areas before stopping at another gas station in Woodland Hills.
No way. No way.
That's what I was talking about.
What?
That's exactly what I was talking about. And there it goes. And in a BMW, I don't know if this is a plus or a minus, but this is not good at all. LAPD, the helicopter has it. Yep, I'm looking out the window. I can actually show it to you guys. The LAPD has it right there. You got another black and white joining that pursuit, and now we're going southbound on Tampa. Roxia, have we ever seen something that... Well, I'm sure if somebody's inside that vehicle, they're going to be putting up a fight. I know I definitely would, or at least I'd be trying to figure out something right there. But oh my gosh, look at this. We're getting back up into those high speeds on Tampa. Now we're going southbound, heading towards Rinaldi, and using the... And look at those speeds, almost touching triple digits. This was one of the reasons why I was worried when I saw it was a BMW. We just went from a van to a BMW, and this driver definitely always pushing those vehicles to the limit. Hard on the brakes, and then making our way on to, I believe this is going to be lasting. And we're continuing on right there. Center divider and this vehicle continuing to move. I got to tell you, Roxia, I got to tell you, I am that guy that, especially on hot days, I don't shut off my car when I'm filling it up. But you know what? From now on in, those keys, that button is pushed, the car is off, and those keys are staying with me.
Oh, no.
Shoop is where we are. High speeds is what's going on. That vehicle continues to move along, and it also, another thing that bothers me is that he's choosing that right lane so much, and you know there's slower traffic, you know that people might be coming out of an intersection. You take a look, it's clear, you don't expect somebody to be doing 100 miles an hour. And they, you know, you think it's clear, you pull out into the roadway, and that could be the problem. Slowing down here, looks like we're making another turn, another gas station. I hope it's not another swap of vehicles, because there's a lot of traffic out here, and that vehicle now stopping.
Oh my goodness.
Just wait here, just wait here, just wait here.
Yes.
I'm gonna stay a little bit wider, but this is one of those ones where, you know, is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
That's him. That's him.
He's looking.
Yeah, he's looking to see if there's a car running and if there's an opportunity abound. And this is so predatorial. This is scary to see.
I wonder why he pulled in here, because I'm thinking, I just assumed, oh, the BMW maybe had a full tank of gas at this point. Maybe it didn't. He was running out of gas.
Yep. Yeah, it's not him. We're keeping an eye on it. We're just staying. I think he went back into that BMW. Just kind of keeping an eye on what's going on right there. Don't want to really move.
Oh my God.
This is a Chevron. This is a Chevron. This is a Chevron at the corner of Shoop and Clarendon. This is a Clarendon. There we go. LAPD pulling in. That was the one behind him that whole time. It was a California Highway Patrol. I'm not saying it like that either. There you go. The pursuit is going to be back on.
What the suspect didn't know was that a California Highway Patrol officer was waiting for him there. The suspect then swerved through the gas station onto the sidewalk before escaping and heading down Ventura Boulevard. By 1:47 p.m., he made a brief stop at a Shell gas station where he struck a patrol car.
And just kind of weaving around. California Highway Patrol getting behind him again, taking one of those little side streets here. Oh, come on, come on, come on. This is actually an alleyway. And this brings you out, and there's construction workers. And this brings us out over to the 101, I think. Okay, back out onto Ventura Boulevard.
Well, I guess the BMW is not out of gas.
No.
He was just looking to make a switch.
Yep, and make a switch and throw the scent for the officers, but there are so many eyes on him right now. All our Fox viewers, I'm sure they are watching, and maybe anybody on the internet as well. I don't want to say it like that, but I don't think this guy to get away, but I just hope it doesn't end in somebody being hurt, and that includes that driver. Right now, though, this is road construction out here on Ventura Boulevard, out in the Woodland Hills area, but that vehicle's still continuing about 60 miles. And I think the LAPD helicopter back overhead. I'm going to try to clear that up with I'm sorry, with my pilot this afternoon, but keeping an eye on it for sure. And these high speeds, dangerous situation, and of course that driver behind the wheel, and you know that adrenaline's got to be slowing down for that guy, and hopefully he starts making some positive. Another gas station.
By 1:47 p.m., he made a brief stop at a Shell gas station where he struck a patrol car.
No. Oh! That's what I knew. That CHP.
He hit him.
CHP officer not going to play. Hopefully, didn't disable that officer's vehicle. I'm staying a little wider. He's trying to make a U-turn. I'm wondering if it damaged his steering, because he did kind of sideswipe it when he had the that wheel turn. But that BMW definitely striking that officer's vehicle, and now continuing on even higher speeds back onto that portion of the Ventura Boulevard where they're doing that road construction. There we go. You got LAPD or another California Highway Patrol getting involved in there, and they're going to get behind him. I don't know if they're going to match those speeds, though. This is extremely dangerous, especially dangerous on the streets.
I was also thinking when he pulled into that gas station where it looked like he was going to make a switch, perhaps now we know the answer that there was no one else in because that individual or individuals would have taken that opportunity to get out. So at least that's good news. There is no one in there.
Another gas station.
Another gas station.
Another gas station.
Is that the same one?
Another gas station.
A short time later, the suspect switched vehicles and stole a van at an Arco gas station. The pursuit then turned onto the northbound side of Highway 101 toward Calabasas. While driving erratically, the suspect struck a blue Mini Cooper. The suspect will continue on the northbound side of Highway 101 in Ventura County.
This is
unbelievable. We're at 3 vehicles. This is the second one that we've seen, and we understand that that van was also a carjacking victim. So that van continuing on right there, that's definitely him. There's no doubt about it. Using those center lanes, picking up those high speeds again, and we're on Ventura Boulevard coming up to Topanga. And you know, too, you're swapping vehicles like that. That black and white, not sure. Hopefully makes a U-turn, but he's not coming back up onto Topanga Canyon. But you got to think, you went from a Caravan to a BMW to a full-size Econoline. You know, I don't even know if they call them that anymore. It's not. It's a Chevy. But so you went to a full-size Chevy van. So you know, this is the thing. It's like these are all very different types of vehicles. This is a very different type of driving for that vehicle. There you go. That officer from LAPD didn't get the rope-a-dope, and they are now right behind him once again. So this van's starting to move, and again, a lot of traffic, and he's making his way into more of a high traffic area coming up, and looks like we are going to be getting onto the 101. This is going to get so dangerous.
Oh my gosh, this is just unbelievable. I mean, really, one of the morals of the stories, be careful when you're at a gas station and keep your keys on you and don't leave them in the vehicle. Lock your doors. Although if you have a keyless starter, that doesn't help either, because you can just be close enough to the car and someone's able to start your car. But wow, this is just, it's just, I don't even have the words for it, because I don't think we've ever seen something like this.
You can see the gas cap and the door open. Really, there's so much traffic. I wanted to just get a better look at it, but I need to stay a little bit wider. Take a look at all that traffic. You just saw those driver made. Anybody knows the 101 is going to be really busy, and it looks like he knows it now too, and he's going to be getting back off the freeway. Looks like it's going to be the DeSoto off-ramp, and again, the speed miles an hour on the off-ramp. If there is a plus, maybe that van not going to have that acceleration, not going to have those top speeds, but that driver keeping his foot in it, now up onto the sidewalk or the curb, whatever you want to call it over there, making his way onto DeSoto and cutting across traffic. There you go, California Highway Patrol waiting for him, and it's a lot of traffic underneath that bridge, a little bit of a fishtail, and back onto the highway he goes, the opposite direction.
Yeah, he's back on. For a second there, I thought he was exiting to go to another gas station. Seems like...
Wouldn't have shocked us, huh? I mean, that seems to be his MO. There's a lot of lessons to be learned, and one of them is definitely do not keep your vehicle running or the keys in it when you're getting fuel. Believe me, I am not doing that ever again. Look at that. Okay, there you go. LAPD helicopter in the shot right there. Always makes a nice picture. But right now he's trying to hug in that right lane, and now right behind that other vehicle. I just don't want to see him make contact with anybody at high speeds, especially on the freeway. We don't want to see somebody losing control. But again, this is the the second one that we've actually witnessed. Third carjacking as we understand it. That van continuing to move along. We're westbound or northbound on the 101, heading out of the Woodland Hills area out towards Calabasas.
Yep, I know, and we're watching this. You know, volume is picking already almost 2 in the afternoon, so there are a lot of people out on the roads, and again, most of these people have no idea what's happening, so that's always the danger. That gas cap is out, so one would think perhaps, I mean, two things can happen. The car is full of gas and the guy didn't have time to put the cap on, or it's about to run out of gas.
It's going to need some fuel.
One extreme
but
or
you
the
just
other.
don't know. Yeah, you just don't know. I mean, my parents, when they were driving, half a tank meant empty to them. With me, I'm waiting for, I'm always doing the, oh, do I got my AAA card? Because I'm always running on empty.
So
but just don't know this person's, you just don't know this person's driving habits. That the owner of the van, the guy driving that van, we know his driving habits. We've been watching it. 100 miles an hour on surface streets, cutting in and out. Many a close call, and it looks like thinking about, but not. It looks as if we were going to take the off-ramp there, went through that gore point, and again, really high speeds, hard on the brakes because there's a lot of traffic out there this afternoon. I don't know if he's going to try to get back off the freeway right now, though. Looks like we're northbound on the 101. Calabasas will be the next big city, but, or next city, as it would be. But you said, This started in the Ventura area. That vehicle was stolen out of Ventura, so maybe we're going back to Ventura.
Just trying to figure out what was the purpose of this third carjacking. Did he really think that was going to throw the police off? What was the point of that?
Who knows?
I know.
Really,
this is
truly.
just us speculating.
Yeah. You just don't know with any of these suspects. I get those questions too a lot when I talk to friends and family, and people that watch Fox, and they were just curious. They ask me all the time. It's like, what is that guy thinking? And I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, and it would be fun to have one, maybe just to talk to. But I'm sure that psychologists won't know either. Whoever's driving that vehicle right now is just trying to get away, thinking that maybe he's going to be able to do it, or just enjoying his last few moments of not being in custody. But right now, we're going 90 miles an hour, 101 freeway, and you can watch it right there. We're coming up in this area. A lot of weaving in and out, and he seems to really like that right shoulder.
Might be thinking of an exit. Doesn't seem like it. Maybe change the line.
But eye on it, and again, this is the deal. 100 miles an hour, full-size Chevy van, work van. If this vehicle taps or bumps into somebody, it's not going to go well. And I can also see that vehicle, it is not a BMW. Oh, look at that!
Oh, bump that car.
That little Mini Cooper, and it was a nice one too. That little blue. Thank goodness he didn't lose control, but definitely is going to have some damage. So we did see one collision out there that's going to be on the 101 near Las Virgenes, and that was that little blue Mini Cooper convertible. So that person probably not very happy about what happened, but I'm hoping California Highway Patrol might be behind him still, even at these high speeds, to be in the general area. LAPD definitely above. I won't lose the car or the van as it would be, but just kind of getting a idea of traffic or if there's law enforcement. I don't see anybody behind him.
I don't see any. I don't. So, Stu, we're about 1:56 here, close to 2 o'clock, and the pursuit is on. He's driving recklessly, weaving in and out of traffic, as you can see. Yep. He's
very scary for drivers out there.
He's bumped a number of cars, really scary, going the wrong way, completely, just one of those, has nothing to lose at this point, so that makes it all the more dangerous. So this is where we are, and we'll see what happens next.
Okay, Araxia, well, thank you. I know you've had a long day. I will pick it up from here. Marlette is here relieving Araxia as we're looking live at this wild pursuit, I will say, of the day. I know, Stu and crew, you were over a pursuit that lasted hours involving a cement truck. That was today, if you can believe it, and here we are all these hours later, and the clock is just about to strike 2. And we have a second wild pursuit, as Araxia just outlined for me. This is the third carjacked vehicle. This one here is a white van. This is now in the San Fernando Valley. Stu, go ahead. Give me your thoughts.
We're in the Granada Hills area actually right now, and you got Ventura, California Highway Patrol. Just got off the 101 freeway. Ray is Adobe. He got off, and then he's now you can see him making his way back over, and it looks back onto the freeway. California Highway Patrol right behind him. Now, whoa! Oh my goodness, that was embarrassing. But I was going to say, California Highway Patrol out here in the Ventura area, they all have procedures that they have to follow. But it seems that we've followed a couple of them in the past, and the officers out here in California Highway Patrol out in the Ventura area, they're a little bit more aggressive, and they do not appreciate suspects speeding and pursuing on their freeways. So right there, you've got two maybe of the California Highway Patrol vehicles making their way, trying to catch up to that white van. That van actually in the triple digits. That's not a mistake on Skyfox. Every now and then when we go wide, those numbers go wild, but you can see it right there, but just touching the 100-mile-an-hour mark, just into those triple digits, moving very, very quickly. Don't know what's inside that van, but I would venture to say it cannot be that heavy. It is a very light vehicle in the rear. We have seen it fishtail a couple of times, so that driver, clearly, right now we haven't seen any problems, but this would be a good vehicle for a pit maneuver if they slow down. There's no way they're going to do it at any kind of 100 miles an hour, but if these get an opportunity, from California Highway Patrol, I would put money on it that they will try to make that pit maneuver. Right now, though, going about 100 miles an hour, California Highway Patrol, they're the ones on the ground behind it. In the air, I believe that we still have the LAPD with PD-10 is still with us, so that's great news for those officers. They're going to get good information where it is and where it's going. But right now, you've got two California Highway Patrol officers. You got that polar bear. That's that all-white one. And then you've got the standard right there. And then, of course, that suspect vehicle. And like I said, on the freeways, these officers, they're going to keep up with that vehicle the best they keep it safe. But I'm telling you, if the opportunity arises on an off-ramp or some kind of surface street, they might make that move, and we're going to hopefully see a good pit maneuver. Right now, traffic's starting to get a little tight, and that always worries me, especially because we've seen them already clip one vehicle today. That was that little Mini Cooper, I think, right before you got on the studio.
That.
Yeah,
I
feel
that
bad for that driver.
Get sideswiped or get clipped. Fortunately, not too much damage, but nonetheless, I mean, it's just, you can't even imagine what that must be like as you're cruising along at the speed limit on a Wednesday afternoon, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you get clipped by a pursuit suspect. So this is the Thousand Oaks area, US 101 North. The exit they just passed was Ventura. Speeds upwards of getting close to 100 miles an hour. We've seen it beyond the triple digit thus far. Extremely dangerous, erratic driving by this suspect. We can tell you that it is one male suspect. We've seen this person because they've literally gotten out of their vehicle to carjack another vehicle. This is the third vehicle that this person has carjacked. It is a white van. Now on the shoulder there, Stu, I know the big question for law enforcement is beyond, motive and what's driving the suspect and potentially, strong mental health issues involved. Whatever the case may be, they also always treat these suspects as if they're armed.
Well, they always have that in person may be armed, and the fact that he's taken a couple of other vehicles might indicate that maybe he has something more than harsh language or luck with him when he's doing these car swaps. The first vehicle that we were told was a carjacking vehicle all over the road, and you see what I'm talking about with those fishtailing, that rear end swerving back and forth. A lot of the suspect's deciding to get off that freeway. Gonna just go a little bit wider. I want to see where those California Highway Patrol are. Now he's going to make his way down to the end of that, and it looks like a lot of traffic. This might be that opportunity that California Highway Patrol needs to get
The suspect exited and attempted to re-enter the Thousand Oaks Freeway at Moore Park Road, where the California Highway Patrol successfully completed a pit maneuver.
What is he doing
A short time later, the suspect surrendered and was taken into custody.
Gonna get boxed in.
And this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's straight in the middle.
Yep, the California Highway Patrol, Ventura, they do not play. I told you that earlier on, and they are really showing it to us again right there. And again, this is, somebody might say, oh, that was our car. It's not. You saw what this guy was doing. You saw those carjackings. We hope, thank goodness, there wasn't anybody in any of those other cars. But right now, that van, stuck-ish engine shut down? Is the engine off? Is this person complying? I don't know. And if he decides to run, it'll crash.
See the hands up, Stu.
No, hands are up.
Hands are up. It looks like finally he will surrender. So this is the Moore Park Road exit in Thousand Oaks, right off the 101. That was quite the showing of force from Ventura Police and also CHP. Ventura Police are involved, right? Or the Sheriff's Department?
No, this is just going to be the California Highway Patrol. California Highway Patrol. This is going to be the Ventura division of them. And you can see it right there. They got officers. They got this guy down on the ground. Sure, that's hot pavement. But right now, you know what? Oddly enough, I just don't care that much. Anyways, he is on the ground. He is spread out. He is complying. California Highway Patrol out